do everything from constructing cranes or manufacturing cranes. We service cranes. We do 24-hour service.
We have a lot of different customers ranging from pharmaceuticals to mining to metal, steelwork, woodworking, and there's a lot of applications where cranes and hoists are needed.
Actually, we're into the area of thousands of hoists to do all the inspections and repairs for them.
We also have plants that have up to 200 actual cranes in their facility, and we also service them too. So the advantage I think that we're able to show out there is that we're able to trace all of the work that we're doing, and this is through TrackDoc.
I realized that the industry needed something to keep better track of paper. There was always the term paperless, and it just wasn't a reality. I wanted to make it really simple so that you can take a document, drop it into a desktop scanner, press one button, and immediately see it in front of you, and then touch a contact name or a product, a piece of equipment, and it was immediately filed against that piece of equipment.
Now, the implementation of TrackDoc was actually, it kind of surprised me, I'll be honest with you. When we met Doug with So Intuitive, we had kind of a vision of what we wanted, and Doug took it, ran with it actually. And the other good thing about TrackDoc is you can customize it. You know, Doug, not being from the crane industry, came in, listened to Gordon and I talk, and he absorbed what we were telling him, what we would like to see, and he developed it. It was great. And as far as, you know, it was within a couple days, and we had our system online. We had to do a bit of tweaking, but again, Doug and his team were there every step of the way.
Because of the service we can give people to be able to look after their documentation, have access of their records related to inspections and the costs like invoicing, repairs, it's been a selling point for us. We've been able, when we go out and actually go to customers, and these are new customers, and we want to present all the services we do, TrackDocument has been like the sealer of the deal, okay? Because now to offer all that TrackDocument has done, people are so on board, they like everything we've done, and TrackDocument is the one that just says, you know what, this is exactly what we need. You are what we've been waiting for.
Any piece of paper that's left out can be picked up and seen. It can be read by somebody. For instance, if you have a document that is necessary for one person to have, it ends up in their briefcase and you don't know where it is, so it's hard to find. So from a security standpoint, you want to know that nobody is accessing it and you have access to it. So with TrackDocument, it's secure. You're filing things away electronically, and you have to have a user ID, a password, and a key.
We have customers that love this software, but there's different levels of users. So if you're the maintenance manager, you're obviously going to want to have access to invoicing and costing, where we can set that in the actual program that if the supervisor is also using this and management doesn't want the supervisor to see the dollar figures, well, that's no problem. That's a click of a button at our end that enables the customer to feel safe that, you know what, I can even let my supervisors have access to this, where I don't want them to know the dollar figure, but he has access to it. So that's the versatility of this system is just incredible, and I think that's why the customer, you know, it's a good sell.
After we've gotten a customer on board and they've been set up on TrackDocument, one of the things we promoted at the time was that, you know, you don't have to worry about losing your documents, because we now have them and they're well protected on the internet. And people literally within a few weeks have lost documents and have managed to know that they can just go on the system, get them, and print them off. And some still learning the system actually call me, oh, we've lost our documents. I said, you have them. I've reminded them, they're right on your system. You just go in, print it off. They loved it.
The advantages to working with TrackDoc as opposed to emailing is simply this, is we have a fleet of technicians that need to have that access, need to be updated basically on everything that's going on with the equipment out there. I'll give you an example. If we send a technician out to a crane, They repair the crane, they've replaced that component. As soon as it's done, all the service fleet knows about it. Our office staff knows about it, the parts department knows about it, and even better, the customer knows about it.
There's a lot of document management systems that are out there today, and it's a very competitive market. But what's unique about Track Document is how easy it is to use, how easy a customer can implement it, and how easy your customer can access it and use it. It's basically by touch. Quite often, there's no typing required. What happens is, if you drop a document into a desktop scanner and it's from a telecom company, you touch that company name, it's filed. Then you can put it under a certain cabinet drawer or folder, for instance, bills, telecom, unpaid, and instantly your bookkeeper will see that document and know that they have to act on it right now. It's that simple.
Well, one thing we found, a saying, for instance, that information is power. It is. And we tell customers that when we get the opportunity to go in and we get that contract, the reason we go in and we do so much work up front is because we're gathering information.
Well, as soon as the customer calls me and tells me that it's crane number 31, I'm able to touch my fingers, figure out which crane it is, what we last did to it, and be able to let them know, hey, customer, we had mentioned that, this was wearing, so we actually have the part number logged into here. I'll have it ordered and we'll be there momentarily. The customers love that. And with this software, we're able to do that.
But the next thing is we take a lot of pictures. We open up electrical panels, take pictures of everything inside the electrical panels. We take pictures of their motors. We take pictures of the cranes. And the advantage of having all this information, when something happens, we can just go in, and it's like us being right at your plant at the time. We can go in and we can look right into your panel.
The speed at which I'm able to extract the information that is on our handhelds is phenomenal. I'll give you a little example. I had a customer not too long ago actually call me and say, Mark, we're having a problem with the crane, and it seems to be an electrical component, and we need you to come down and fix it. Now, that's the typical call I get. So then I have to move into, okay, well, which crane are we talking about? And as the customer is talking, I'm on my handheld or at my computer, and I'm already accessed his account. I'm accessed the department that this gentleman is calling from, and I'm ready for his answer. So when he tells me it's crane number 35 in the A wing of the plant, I'm already there. And he's trying to explain to me what part is broken and it's burnt and it's got a bit of smoke and he's not sure. Well, then I'm immediately accessing all the pictures that we have uploaded to the system. So I'm zooming in on the electrical panel. And the problem he had was one of the auxiliary contacts on the contactor had failed. So he wasn't even sure. He's getting this secondhand, and I'm able to tell him what the problem is. And he's asking me, well, I've got trucks lined up. We got to get this loaded. Is this a component that you have, access to, or do we have to wait? And I'm telling him, don't worry, we already have that on our truck. Okay, so to be able to talk to the customer on a level that he's not even sure of yet, but I'm actually assuring him that I know what I'm looking at because of what we have stored in TrackDoc is amazing. It's amazing, and I'm telling you, it's a winner for us, and this is why we're getting the big accounts, the accounts that actually depend on their equipment to be up and running. This is why we're getting them.